take the field today in hopes of leading their team to victory. It's the Lions going up against the Giants. With that, we're off to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey as we bring in the two men who will call our game, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the New York Giants. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Here's the punter, Sam Martin, now ready to get us started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. The return man here, Dwayne Harris. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And coming off a big win in Week 14, the Giants take the field. Eli Manning, a touchdown and interception in that win over the Cowboys. Been held under 200 yards the last 3 weeks, but he's got the Giants at 9-4 and in the thick of the wild card race in the NFC East.
And that's what he'll focus on, as you and I both know. 9-4. Chasing a spot in the playoffs, just beat Dallas for the second time. But truthfully, he's going to want to elevate his play a little bit. He will need some help from his receivers. A couple of drops in the game against Dallas, but they want him to be a little bit more accurate going down the stretch.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Manning now on first down. Out on the right, this is Cruz. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Offensively, the starters for the New York Giants, and one guy that's definitely hoping to stay on the field more this year, Victor Cruz.
And they would love to have him on the field. Just 6 games played over the last 2 seasons, starting with that horrific knee injury. And then he came back last year, had a calf injury that sidelined him for most of the season. He's trying to get back in form, and the Giants would love to see that.
Hey, watch 13, watch 13.
They go play action for Jennings. Now Manning surveying the field. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. Manning to Beckham. A big play there. 65 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
4 down, 4 down.
Blue 80.
Manning gonna throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Josh Bynes, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got 4.
No, sit. Blue 80.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 5. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And now the Lions' defensive starters.
Every time I watch a Lodi Nado play, I just wonder, how do you move this man? And then when he shows his movement ability, look out, quarterbacks.
Hey,
From the 5-yard line, will this opening drive yield 6? This is 3rd and goal.
Watch 80. Watch 80. He likes to get those.
Manning now on 3rd and goal, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gold is able to put it through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And out comes the dramatic Detroit Lions offense. Matthew Stafford and company back to their old ways of coming from behind in the fourth quarter. They didn't do that in Week 13. They were ahead the whole fourth quarter. Week 14, there they go. They did it again, Charles.
Partner, if you sold this story as fiction, would people buy it? I mean, that's what it's been like this year. 13 games played. 12 times they've been behind in the fourth quarter.
It's unbelievable.
And found a way to win 9 times. And Matthew Stafford, the admiration for him continues to rise around the league. Got hurt in his last one, hurt his throwing hand, and found a way to run in the game-winning touchdown.
Check 91. 91 is the money.
Stafford on first down. It's complete to Golden Tate. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And there, the man coverage not good enough, partner, and they're able to complete the pass.
Excellent recognition of the man coverage, and they found the guy who could win downfield.
Tight right. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. We get a look now at the offensive starting unit for the Detroit Lions, and one big target they have at tight end is Eric Ebron.
And they are ready for him to fulfill his promise because he was drafted to be a game breaker. Big target, guy who could block at the line of scrimmage, but really get downfield and make plays against defenders, overmatch them. They haven't seen enough of that yet. They want to come to the front in 2016.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Caught right side, Tate. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
He ain't going nowhere.
And quickly the starting 11 now for the New York defense.
Landon Collins is built like your typical tackle-first safety, but he does have the ability to play the deep part of the field.
So it is third down now, but less than a yard to go.
4 down.
Here's Riddick. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. We're rolling. 250.
They go back to Reddick. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Big 20. Check the backer. 20 hot.
On the ground, it's Reddick. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. And coming off that tackle, let's talk about this defense for the Giants, what they did against the Cowboys, holding them to just 7 points, and they were dominant.
Janoris Jenkins plastered himself to Des Bryant out on the corner. He was terrific. How about Romeo Okwara playing defensive end for Jason Pierre-Paul? 8 tackles led the Giants. 1.5 for a loss, a sack, broke up a pass, and had 3 quarterback hits. He stuffed the stat sheet. And last but not least, they held the Dallas Cowboys on 3rd downs to 1 of 15 on the night. He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab.
Strong right. Hey. 4 down.
Now the first NFL carry for the Washington Husky, Dwayne Washington. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams just say, well, I'll worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
Strong left. Hey, boys, we got 4 down. 260.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
The defense in an enviable position here. The offense needs 13 yards. It's 3rd down.
Check 9. Red 80. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. He's got time in the pocket. Out to the flat for Reddick. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tie us at 3-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. The Lions defense now back onto the field. And last time out, they gave up the chip shot field goal, but obviously could have been worse than that. I think they felt pretty good about only giving up 3.
No doubt about it. Anytime an offense gets into the red zone, the thinking naturally for the defense is, okay, 3 points. We're going to give up 3 here, but let's make it no more than that. They met their goal.
On the other side, though, the offense, they weren't very happy.
No, because there's an opportunity. Once you get to the red zone, you're not thinking about kicking a field goal. You're thinking about how do you get it into the end zone, and when you don't, You walk off the field feeling a little bit of failure on that drive.
Yeah, who will have the better feeling at the end of this drive? Here's the former 7th-round pick, Rashad Jennings. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
Move. 4 down. He's crazy.
They run again with Jennings.
Right.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Trips. Zebra. Watch out.
They go play action for Jennings. Now Manning going up top. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Now it's Jennings. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Ezekiel Ziggy Ansah with a tackle for loss. Just think he's still learning the game of football. Didn't play a heck of a lot of it in his native country, and at BYU was just scratching the surface before he hit the NFL.
Yeah, from Ghana, where he really likes soccer and basketball, but football's okay for him, right?
Yeah, I think it's worked out very well. Drafted on potential, he's realizing it here.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now the 9-4 Detroit Lions coming back out, see what they can do here on offense. Talked about Matt Stafford earlier, what he's done, the job he's done. He's been a threat, though, throwing to pretty much everyone. He spread the ball around to his playmakers.
Yeah, you're talking about Marvin Jones. Golden Tate is back as the yards after catch guy. Eric Ebron at tight end. Theo Riddick when he's healthy out of the backfield. Matthew Stafford told me weeks ago that nowadays I go where the reads tell me to go, and that's where I throw the football. I don't concern myself with anything else. That's why he's able to spread it around so well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Riddick with a carry. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
4 down, check. 4 down. Yellow 20. Hey, guys, I got 15.
Now Riddick. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, it's Odell Beckham. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And Charles, as New York comes back out for offense, wanted to ask you about their run game. Between Rashad Jennings, Paul Perkins last week, 15 carries, 45 yards, and that's kind of been the story. The running game has had trouble getting going.
Been a major league struggle for them all season long. When they're able to compensate with the passing game, it's not as noticeable. But when they struggle in that as well, and you remember in the last ball game, they struggled against Dallas throwing the ball again, it becomes very noticeable. Need help from the offensive line, and the running backs have to find those holes to run through.
Manning now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Watch tight end. 4 down, 4 down.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. Drops it off in the flat to Jennings. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Blue 88. No, Blue 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
Fresh set of downs here.
Tight end left. Hey. 4 down.
That's it. Blue 88.
Check 59.
They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Blue 80.
On play action. Now Manning. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. 23 yards on the play. 4 catches in Week 14 for OBJ, but he always has an explosive catch, it seems like, a 61-yard touchdown.
And what else could have been? Remember earlier in the game, open deep, Eli Manning has it out there, and he doesn't haul it in. But when the game's on the line and you need him, boy, he can hurt another team, can he? Downfield catching the football, and now, as a punt returner, he's dangerous every time he's back there.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
He finds Beckham complete. Touchdown, Giants! Odell Beckham, 57 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
4 down, 4 down.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Check 43.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. So Olivier Vernon, nice tackle for loss. He had 18 of those last year for Miami.
And he really emerged in a game against Tennessee last year. Absolutely unstoppable. Almost couldn't be blocked.
And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense.
I'm coming after you, 25. I'm coming after you, 25. Here I come.
Set. Lady. What are you
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Beckham, the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. And our players spotlight now as we turn our attention to Eli Manning. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep, because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever. Vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep, and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
We got 4. We got 4.
Set. Blue 80.
Now a play fake here on first down. Backing up. Hitting Donnell here, the tight end right side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Second down now after the pass completion.
Five down. Stand up in.
Jennings. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. To throw is Manning. Over the middle here to Donnell. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
1st and goal. Defense with their backs. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Rashad Jennings, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with a Rashad Jennings touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Man left, man left. 4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down.
Set, Blue 80. When he hot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2.
Tight last. 4 down, 4 down.
Set, 180.
One quarter in the books. Plenty of scoring here already. Back to MetLife Stadium in just a moment.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. They come out here in the eye.
Check 91.
To throw on second down is Stafford. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They come up in an offset eye. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
It's already second and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Hey. Easy. Double up. He's coming, double up.
On second down, here's Stafford. Another reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Alone to the right is Jones. Throwing on third down, Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered. And then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. So the offense has it first and 10.
Single. Slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. You go set, lady. Watch 25.
On first down, it's Stafford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Keenan Robinson not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Blue set. Blue 60.
Everyone's got four. 4 down.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Over the middle, complete to Tate. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Red zone opportunity. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
4 down.
Check 50.
On first, here's Washington. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Watch tight. Watch tight. Tight end right. Tight end right.
Set. Blue 50.
We got 4.
Staying on the ground with Washington. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be a third and about 13.
Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. Offensively, now you've got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going?
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
Offense. Still 3rd down.
Watch left. He's tight right there.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. Now 4th down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Eli Manning getting ready to go again on offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
We got double tight. Double tight. 4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down.
They'll begin the drive with Rashad Jennings. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So second and medium, second and 5 now.
Tight, watch left. 4 down, 4 down.
Manning to throw on second down. Deep drop. All kinds of time. He sets to fire deep. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Giants defense working their way back onto the field now. And they really dug in deep on that last drive. They gave up quite a bit of yardage. Somebody must have said something in the huddle, though, because they got a big stop.
And someone on the sideline said, what took you guys so long before you dug in on that possession? But you're exactly right. To be able to grit it out at the end after giving up such a long drive, they have to feel better about themselves. Now they want to start this possession and not let it get to that extent.
Right, because they gave up the 3 last time. See if they can stop them here.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Double tight. 4 down.
Lady.
91 is the mic.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
Tight left.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4.
Check 91.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And Tate's got it. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yes.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's
Another
right.
pistol look here.
22.
Slam. 91.
From the 50, it's Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Second down and 4.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down.
Lady.
Check that.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Third down now following the run.
Double tight. Odd on. 5 down. Stand up in.
On 3rd and short, the fullback Burton. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there, handed to their big guy to pick up a first down.
Strong right.
Feel set. 180.
Hey, 4 down.
A handoff for Washington. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
We got 4.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
Offense. Still 3rd down.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
4 down. Check.
Lady.
Check 91. 91 is the mic.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Finding time. He hits Riddick underneath. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Hey, we got four. We got four down.
They start the drive with Jennings. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Jennings. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that'll be good for a Giants first.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Four down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
2nd down following the run.
Four down.
No, sit.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Here's Jennings. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, they're certainly running the ball pretty well on this drive, and all I remember as a secondary guy was if you're making a lot of tackles in a game, that's usually not good for your defense. You've got to figure out how to keep things in front of you because you know there's 3 levels, defensive line, linebackers, and into the secondary. And if the 3rd level is leading your team in tackles, as a general rule, things aren't going so well for your defense.
Blue 80.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes.
Nowhere. All day, baby. Good stop.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Sit. Blue 88.
They stick on the ground. Again, it's Vereen. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Ashawn Robinson coming out of the University of Alabama, a big, physical, intimidating force who had to learn to play with more leverage. Otherwise, he was going to get blown off the ball in the NFL. Looks like he's learning his lessons after that play.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight
And
end.
the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Hey.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And Gold is able to put it through, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down.
They come out here in the eye.
25, check 25.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
20, hot, 20.
4 down. 4 down.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. On 1st down, Stafford here. He's got his man. This is Tate. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Watch 85. Ball's going 85. Watch 85.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 1st down, it's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That one intended for Anquan Bolden. That'll bring up 2nd down. Second down following the incompletion.
Tight right. 4 down. 4 down.
Set, 180.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. It's caught left side. Bolden. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Strong left. Strong left.
All right, boys, here we go. 180.
We got 4.
20, hot.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Tight on the left. Move.
Set,
4 down. 4 down. Check.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Third and long, it's Stafford. He's got time. Out to the flat for Reddick. And he'll be brought down. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Four down. Regular. Flare.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Four down. Alert.
This is Jennings. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock.
Double tight.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
They'll run here with Marine, and they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Brad Wing now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Set. Blue 80.
Stafford on first down. Surveying the field. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. He's got time in the pocket. And he goes out right around the 39. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Giants are happy to be in front, and they'll look to play another solid half of football. The Lions haven't played horribly, but will need to improve if they want to win this one. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 3rd and long. Completion will be made here to a wide-open man, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. That takes the lead up to 7. Giants lined up at the 5. Jennings going to dart up the middle, and a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. The lead now at 14. 1st and 10. Robinson's going to push his way to the QB here. This will go for a loss of 8. Now to late in the first half, they're going to come away with another sack here. This ends up as a loss of 9. So that's it for us. We'll go back now to East Rutherford for the start of the second half.
Thank you, LR. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Giant defense now as they head back onto the field. This will be their first crack here of the second half. We'll see what, if any, adjustments they made in the locker room.
And the bulk of adjustments usually come down to, guys, we did pretty well in the first half. Play with that intensity, with that focus, and we'll adjust anything else they throw at us in the second half.
Second drive here of the second half. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Hey. 4 down, 4 down.
And they'll run it here. He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. A gain of 3, second down.
Martin, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
To throw on second down is Stafford. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Tight left. Hey, 4 down. All right, boys, here we go. Red 80. Check 91. 91 is the mic.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Finding time. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Roger. 4 down.
You set, lady.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
That's tight. Tight is right.
You ready? Down 20.
We got 4.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun on third down, Stafford. To the right side to Eric Ebron. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, Let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense,
got the lead. Yeah.
we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. And, Charles, let's switch gears for a second. Big news on Monday. Los Angeles now looking for a new head coach. Could it be a good thing that they make this move now as opposed to at the end of the season?
I think in a lot of ways, yes, because you become the focal point for all people who might be interested in the job, and I think a lot of people will be. It is Los Angeles, great market, but how about the team? Jared Goff, the rookie quarterback. Todd Gurley, the tremendous runner. Aaron Donald on defense, and a heck of a defense around him. A lot of good reasons to be interested in this job.
Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
Fresh set of downs here.
Tight end left. Tight end left. Four down. Alert.
Blue 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Even. 4 down. Even.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Hey. 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read. Does the big boy have the juice? And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over, I guess.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
All right, boys, here we go.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And he floated one out there incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
4 down. 180.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. He's got time. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And a chance for us here to discuss Rashad Jennings. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Tight, watch left. We got 4.
Blue at 8.
They begin the drive with Jennings on the ground. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe he starts to call more blitzes because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
4 down. Check.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Manning going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's got Will Tye complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken what the defense will give him.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Drop deep.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Check. 4 down.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning. He finds Beckham complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Gold for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here we go. Tight right. 4 down. Kill.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And some room to maneuver. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Strong right. 4 down.
From the 50, Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Tight end right. Even. 4 down. Even.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense.
They run the counter now on first down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front, creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Set, lady.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Keenan Robinson, the one that got him down.
Way to go, guys.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. They got to get to the 23 here on third.
Key him. Key the tight end.
Set, lady.
4 down.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he connects with Ebron. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Tight right. 4 down.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Strong left.
Set,
We got 4.
lady.
We got 4.
So 2nd and goal here from the 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
All right, boys, here we go.
4 down. Check.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford surveying the field. And that is incomplete. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by. But that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed him out quite a bit so far. But it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Need some therapy after this. That's it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so, because you've tried to run the ball, and really it doesn't matter who got the ball in the play because there was no space to go. So I think you step back, throw the ball to try and pick up the first down.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. A dump off to Vereen. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Tight right, tight right. 4 down, 4 down.
They go play action here on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and that'll bring up second down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Move.
Beckham, the lone receiver, right. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. Try to lay one up deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed.
Super toe.
Here we go. 180. Even.
After the interception, here's Stafford. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he's brought down after a good gain. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll be first down Lions.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Set. Lady.
Hey. 4 down.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Quarterback and receiver on the same page, and they beat the man coverage.
Sometimes you get too aggressive as a defense. You go into man coverage. That means you've got to win to the line of scrimmage yourself. On that play, the offense did.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Hey, boys, we got four down.
Set. Blue 60.
Stafford on 1st down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Not only was it a double move route, it was the dreaded post corner for any defensive back because you think that he's going all the way to the post in a deep route, and then he breaks it off to the corner. That's hard to flip your hips and get there.
Well, he didn't flip him in time. Big play. And now a 1st down following that long gain. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. He's got time in the pocket. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And here we go on 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
They come out here in the eye. 2nd and goal. Defense digging in again here. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. This will be caught at the 2. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. It only took Stafford 90 games to hit 25,000 yards in his career, fastest ever, and he adds to that yardage total there.
I'm not sure anyone in the league has a more confident arm than Matthew Stafford does. He can wait until they're actually open before delivering, as opposed to anticipating them being open because of the strength of his arm, and he doesn't mind showing it off.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So it's a drive that ends in 3, and I know that line sounds familiar. It's because I've said it 7 times now, and that leaves him 1 short of the NFL record of 8 field goals in 1 game.
It has been a lot of settling for 3, but I tell you what, it's nice to know that you have someone this reliable to turn to.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And New York set to take the field. On the ground they go with a running back. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
4 down, check, 4 down.
On first down, Manning. Caught. It's Cruz, left side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
4 down.
On the run, here's Vereen. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Nowhere, baby, nowhere. Let's go. Way to go, D. Way to go, D.
And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance.
Hey.
From the gun on 3rd down, Manning caught left side. It's Beckham. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Gold is able to put it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that's a big one there. It's his third field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Tight ends left. Tight ends left. Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down.
All right, boys, here we go. The lady.
91 is the mic.
Now Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They'll get 19 yards there. And it's good enough for a Detroit first down. Stafford finding time. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Stafford now to throw. Ebron with it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now it's Stafford. He hits Riddick underneath. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
And that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Obviously a tough spot here. They need a lot of luck to win this game, but still a small chance.
They've got to make sure they get the ball to the sidelines, get out of bounds, preserve clock.
Throwing is Stafford. He finds the tight end Harbor, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop.
4 down. 4 down.
Set. 180.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
False start, offense. Still third down.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
We got 4. We got 4.
Lady.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
Certainly some contact there, and that's why there's a penalty on the defender for pass interference.
So hard to time it up for a defender to hit the receiver when the ball arrives. Got there a little bit early on that one.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Strong right. 4 down.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Good job,
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And they're going to speed things up here. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
Offense. Still second down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Hey, we got 4.
Alone to the right is Jones. Now Stafford. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Stafford. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part 1 of the equation done. Now they need to convert and then get that onside kick. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And the lead is down to 2. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. So they'll line up for the onside kick. 18 seconds to go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
4 down, check, 4 down. Zebra.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Second down following the run.
Tight end. 4 down. Alert.
Set. Blue 80.
I got number 23.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And the offense in that middle ground here on third down, 3rd and 5.
Solo out there. Check the outs out there. Set. Blue 88.
4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will push the lead up to 5. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So some drama down to the very end of this ball game, Charles, on that final kickoff. They were hoping to break free, some sort of miracle play, but they couldn't do it.
They had a chance, and that was their only opportunity to try and bring it all the way back. As you noted, they weren't able to get that done, but at least they had the shot. What a tremendous game to be this close and this well contested.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.